We're here to discuss the big three, okay, female rappers. Now, we've been talking about like, oh, like, is this really the big three? But yeah, technically, child, it is for now, like, or at least how we gonna talk about them tonight. So the big three been, going back and forth all weekend. So as I said, when we opened up the conversation, when we opened up the show tonight, so because of like that, what's going on like with the election and stuff like that, like all of these celebrities endorsing Kamala Harris at the last minute is giving a lot of paid promo, paid advertisement for real, because why else? You clearly like Cardi was at the thing and she gave a speech or whatever, she messed up. The whole tweet that like got people going was the Wendy Williams one. Let's go to here, this one. So yes, she tweeted this. Yes, 11:25 p.m. November 1st. Okay, so that was in the night when Kamala Harris event was going on and Cardi was giving her speech. So she tweets this, I guess, at some point after the event was over. And so obviously, like you can see the engagement on this tweet, 33,000 likes, 4.5 thousand, whatever, it's like, so it causes a lot, right? And so I guess it's plausible to like say that Nicki was making a comment regarding what happened at the Kamala Harris thing. Once again, I did not see it. However, the talk of the town was Cardi in her speech and how illiterate she is and how she should not be endorsing Kamala, X, Y, and Z. And so, yeah, I'll take that as her throwing some shade or whatever, like whatever. Oh, here it is, November 1st. Oh my God! It was 11:33 p.m. Oh my God. Let's look at Nicki's tweet, the timestamp. Fuck. 11:25. 11:25, Nicki tweets Wendy Williams. At 11:33, not even 10 minutes later, Cardi says, my kids are so smart. And so why would she say that? Like, that's so random. So like, let me know how y'all felt. Let me know how y'all felt in the moment, child. So Cardi talking about my kids are smart after Nicki tweet her shit, right? So, here it is. This is what really has started all of the like war that's going on right now on social media and the timeline, at least between like the Barb's and Barty gang. And so, like what's like whatever, you could say like Nicki was shading and she has the right to respond if she wants to, but it's like, Cardi's she's unhinged, right? Like she's unhinged and she's going too far. Like nobody was talking about kids. Girl, you have how many kids? And you be so ready to like, call a hit on somebody if somebody was to say something about your kids. But once again, you're introducing kids. Like how do we introduce kids into the conversation when you got more kids than me? All right, cool. So now, like the Barb's been dragging and stuff like that. And so a lot of people feel like, in terms of Barb's, they feel like, if Cardi wants to talk about kids, then, like, let's talk about her kids because we don't be talking about kids. So hold on. She said, so somebody said, stop sneak dissing on people's kids because it's not that deep. So then Cardi responds with a video of her son saying, I'm lost. I can't be proud. My son spelling his name and other things at 3. Bitch, she tweeted this at 11:50. That was every time I talk, it's facts. About 15 minutes after she tweeted my kids are so smart. What the are you tweeting about your kids being smart at 11:33 p.m. after you got off stage with Kamala Harris? Stop. That's not it. Okay? You know what you was doing. And that's why it's important to look at these motherfucking timestamps. And that's why I don't like when bitches be deleting shit. But cool, she ain't delete shit. So yeah, Barb's been going off on her since then and stuff like that. And I guess that's fine. Like the only thing that I don't condone is the dragging of the kids, right? Like, and so one thing about me is I'm very like both in my personal life and in this stuff, I'm very like, I don't start with nobody, like, like I don't start with nobody. I don't talk about people's kids. I don't talk about people's relationships. I don't go too far. I say my stuff. I keep it on the music. I keep it on your personality, right? Like, so it's like doing all of this, right? And sorry, let me not get lost into that, right? What I'm saying is that because someone dogs me out and says whatever, you can say whatever you want about me or my family, and I'll not give a fuck. You know why? Because you don't know me or my family. You don't know me or my family, and you don't know how they look, and you don't know my life. So I don't care what you have to say about it because you don't know anything. I don't think that just because like Barty gang gets away with dragging Papa Bear and they'll say things like, oh, like, Papa Bear is autistic and he can't talk and stuff like that. And we've never really seen Papa Bear say much, right? we've never really seen Papa Bear say much. Nikki is very protective and careful about how she shares her son, and this is the reason why. And I think that like I saw some barbs talking about this on the timeline, that like it is by design that we don't know that Papa Bear talks. Papa Bear was he turned 4 years old on September 30th of this year. And so it's been just a month that Papa Bear is now 4 years old. And so maybe, maybe he's in school, like in kindergarten, he's doing something, right? Please like the video, y'all. What I want to say is that like, yes, I don't know nothing about nobody kids. Let me say that first. But I do think that Papa Bear talks. I feel like Nikki just doesn't show him talking, right? Like I saw people talking on the timeline today saying like, Nikki will she'll cut a video. She'll let him say like a couple words or whatever, but she'll cut it when he actually starts talking, and that's fine, because it's like, yes, protect your child, like protect your child. We never heard Papa Bear say a full sentence, and maybe at 4 years old you're not saying full sentences yet, but it doesn't matter. It's the point that Nikki is that is how she protects her son, right? She lets us have this, like just see him in updates and stuff like that, but like in terms of like, oh, Papa Bear talking to us and or addressing the barbs, that doesn't happen. Also, if you are someone who tunes into Nikki on Station Head, sometimes you'll hear Papa Bear in the background, and every time Papa Bear comes in the background, Nikki automatically mutes herself. She does not want Papa Bear's voice to be heard for an extended period of time. Okay, and so like this is why, and so it's just very disappointing to see Cardi doing this for real, for real. She's also the one who started the husband talk, right? Let's not talk about husbands. And I don't really want to do too much of that, because I want to address for real, like the fans and stuff like that. Every time I talk, it's fact. Here is a barb dragging culture. Okay, so it says culture, and I hate to show this on screen. So it says culture could fit 3 rows of teeth on her top gum. So that is absolutely crazy, and I do not condone anybody dragging anybody's kids or relationship or nothing, for real, for real. So some people feel like they want to do that, everything is off limits, since Cardi and her fan base puts everything on limits. But what I was saying in my little rant that I was going in, when I'm not like a revenge person, was like, just because someone does something to you does not mean that you should return that energy, because I let karma take care of people. I'm never going to like bring myself down to the lows of somebody else who was doing whatever to me. So just because you drag my kids, that doesn't mean I'm going to drag yours. Karma will deal with you. So this person says, let me ask y'all something. Cardi made that post so her fans could drag a kid. If she didn't, she would have deleted it, like she does when she goes on a rant. It's still up, and we know she's lurking. She ain't trying to stop or clear up, so why should delete? So once again, this is the mindset, child, of some of the barbs have, because they do feel like it was intentional what Cardi did in order to like get Papa Bear dragged and stuff like that. And so yeah, I disagree with that take, because it's nobody's kid should be getting dragged. Once again, just because like people like drag Nikki doesn't mean I'm gonna drag their artist just because, like they have to do something that I don't like. I don't just drag people just because. Anyway, every time I talk, it's fact. I love what LaRon tweeted. He said, y'all play around and talk about people's kids if y'all want to. You doing this because you feel Cardi B opened the door for it. What does that have to do with your personal karma? Because she will get hers when them terminal illnesses and unfortunate circumstances arise. Think about what you said about innocent kids. Don't let this app fool you. Karma will get you in public or private. And I'm so glad that like that sentence right there, where LaRon said like don't let this app fool you. Like that's something I have to tell myself very often, because like I know that I'm a good person at heart, but sometimes like the internet be getting to you, and you be wanting to like rage and go off on people and shit like that. But it's just like, no, Destiny, this is not how you are in real life. So why would you do that? Like this is not you. I know when it's not me. And so I want us to be able to draw those boundaries and like ground ourselves, because like just because someone does something wrong to you does not mean that you should return the favor. Let karma handle them, okay? Because I'm sure if you let karma handle them, it's gonna come back 50 times worse, okay? And then you will go on unscathed, okay? Every time I talk, it's fact. Barb's were recently talking about B's younger son, or Beyonce's younger son, who she never really shows, right? Saying that he was slow and nonverbal. What's going on the timeline is hypocritical. I've been getting so annoyed with this fan base. Tell me about it. Barbs look insane when they come at kids, and so do the other fan bases, and it brings me concern for their mental health. Facts. Because like I'm sorry, but like the tweet that we pulled up before, like I can't make I can't make like I can't make that make sense. I can't make that make sense. Just because Cardi is dragging Papa Bear, I will never come out of my mouth to drag her kids. I'll never do that. I'll never do that, especially in the position that I'm in right now, sitting here talking to you guys. Like, I can't be doing that. Do you want a lawsuit, bitch? Do y'all want to pay for my, all right. So that's all I want to say on that.